Welcome back to Brookside Park. We're getting ready for the third game of the day, the 1 o'clock game between the Midland Explorers and Team 518. Getting it started today for the Midland is the center fielder, Jesse Cornell. He takes the ball. On deck will be the left fielder, Paul Milkovic. Pitching for Team 518 is Arturo Valdez. Evens count at 1. We've had 2 games so far today. The PA Storm winning late innings 2-1 over Team 518, and Hill United beating the PA Storm 9-1. So, excuse me, Team 518, that puts them in good position with their first win. So this game here should be a good matchup. Takes the ball low. Evens count at 2-2. Excuse me. Valdez ready for the 2-2 pitch. A little low. Full count. The defense for Team 518 in center field is Greg Musk. In left field, Rogie. Second baseman, Brock Rogie. And the first baseman is Juan Graolini. Payoff pitch. High ball 4. That'll bring up the left fielder, Paul Miklovic.
Now batting left fielder number 7, Paul Miklovic.
Team 518 earlier today scored 2 runs in the 6th inning to take the first game. Bontemp pulls back. Stolen base for Jesse Cornell. Miklovic pulled back in time for a ball. And I missed a temp on the bunt. Has a little something in his eye. The earlier game out at Brookside West today, the Sandlot beat the Wabash Pride 3-0. Swing and a miss. Miklovic behind in count 1-2. Ball gets away from the catcher. Cornell races to third base. So we have a run at third base, nobody out. Top of the first inning. On a sunny day here, about 80 degrees, slight breeze. Two-two pitch, high fly ball to center field. Runner tags, and he's going to beat the throw. So sac fly for Paul Miklovic.
designated player number 43, Phelan Mata.
That brings up the designated player, Valen Mata. Mata started pitching last night before he was taken out with just, I think, precaution. Made a throw to first base, kind of off balance. Stayed in the lineup hitting and is obviously hitting here again today. The Explorers played the first game last night. They played Hill United. They got beat 13-1. Excuse me, a 5-run first inning kind of set the tone for that game. Swing and a miss by Mata. 2-1 to count. Hits the outside corner, evens the count at 2s. On deck for the Explorers is Tony Ward. A pitch pretty close on that one. Take and check third base umpire. Brings up full count. Swing and a miss for the second out. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Tony Wark. Takes the first pitch change up, a little low. Tony's the number 4 hitter in the lineup for the Explorers. Takes the next pitch just up a bit, 2-0. Two outs, 1 run in, top of the first inning. Hits the outside part of the plate. Two and 1 the count. Rise ball up high. Something that you don't see a whole lot at this level is the pitcher wearing a face mask. Arterio is wearing one, which not sure whether he had something happen before or not, but it's a precaution for protection. Goes to full count. Fly ball to shallow center field. Nope, backs up a little bit. Makes a catch for the third out. So for the Explorers in the first inning, 1 run on no hits and nobody left on base. Back here at Ashland for the bottom of the first inning, team 518. The lineup for them is Dustin Rutt leading off, Juan Grayolini batting second, Fetty Oheiser batting third, Cisco Sabato batting fourth, Brock Rogie, Zach Shaw, Greg Musk, Matt Dickey, and Calder Rogie. Doing the pitching for the Midland Explorers is John Guazdala, and doing the catching is Ivan Sachs. Midland pushed across a run in the first inning. The leadoff batter walked, stole second, and went to third on a pass ball and scored on a sac fly. So they're leading 1-0. And as I said earlier, Team 518 came back and won their game 2-1 this morning. John Guazdala, staple up in Midland for quite a few years. Ooh. 2-0. Couple of close pitches there. Gets the outside corner. This is the third game of the day at Brookside. There'll be 3 more to follow. Evens the count at 2s. Fouled in the box. All of a sudden we had a little bit of a breeze pick up in the outfield. The flag's starting to swirl a little bit now. It was pretty calm. Takes the change up inside for a full count. And Rhett walks. So both leadoff batters have walked for each team. That's going to bring up the first baseman. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Juan Grayolini. Punt attempt is foul. Pitch changeup called for a strike. 0-2. Takes the pitch up and away. Grayolini trying to bunt the first attempt early in the game, trying to get that runner to second. The open division, usually that's not as much of an option as it used to be. So 1-2 count, runner on first. Change up in the dirt, nice stop. Snap throw to first, back safely. Got a score from Brookside West. The Gremlins beat Sandlot 2-0. Swing, foul ball down the third baseline. Swing and foul back. Stays alive. So that puts the Gremlins at 2-0. The Sandlot moves to 1-1. Ball in dirt, full count. Ground ball, second baseman. Gets the force out at first. Runner moves up to second. So with one out, that's going to bring up the third baseman, Fetty Ohiser. So this is just about the same situation the Explorers were in the first inning when they scored their run. Off the end of the bat, into right field, base hit. The runner from second scores. And that's going to tie us up. So base hit for Ohiser.
Coming to bat, the designated player, number 10, Cisco Sabato.
That'll bring up the designated player, Cisco Sabato. So we're back even here, 1-1. Takes a strike. The ISC standings, team 518 there, the number 8 team, and the Explorers are the number 17 team in the rankings. Cisco Sabate. Takes that one just off the plate a little bit.
What's the count now?
1-2. Swing and a miss for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Brock Rogie.
Now batting the second baseman, number 5, Brock Rohde.
Takes a change up for a strike. Ground ball, shortstop. Fields it clean, comes up, makes the throw to first. So for Team 518 in the first inning, 1 run on 1 hit and 1 man left on base. At the end of 1 inning, we're tied at 1.
Team 518. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. For 1 inning complete, scoring tied 1-1. Be the bat for the Midland Explorers. Top half of the second inning. Corey Sherman back.
Heading into the top of the second inning, tied at 1, leading off for, the Midland Explorers is a third baseman, David Picorni. Jordan Sherman on deck. Midland leadoff runner scored. And the Team 518 leadoff runner scored. Takes ball up, ball 2. Valdez has gone pretty deep in the count to each hitter. Three of the first 4 batters had full count. Takes that strike. Swing right through the left side for a base hit for Picorni. Midland has the leadoff runner on to start the second inning. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Jordan Sherman.
Now batting the second baseman, number 23, Jordan Sherman.
So we'll see what kind of strategy Explorers coach Craig Scott is going to use in this situation. Fouls that one off. 0-2 count. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away from the catcher. Picorni moves up to second base. So with one out, runner on second, that brings up the catcher, Ivan Sachs.
Now batting the catcher, number 9, Ivan Sachs.
Sherman went a little too far. Ball was in the dirt, got away from the catcher. Sets that one back for strike one. Ball in dirt, nice stop by the catcher. Pulled foul down the left field line. For strike two. Back to the screen. Pokorny's going to move up to third base. So runner at third, one out. Top of the second. Ground ball shortstop, looks him back. Makes a nice strong throw to first base to get the second out. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Owen Lukens.
Now batting the shortstop, number 27, Owen Lukens.
Lukens is the number 8 hitter in the lineup. Swinging a rise ball. Another swing and a miss. Caudell's up 0-2. Face off the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. That's going to end the top of the second for the Explorers. No runs on one hit and one man left on. After 1.5, we're tied at 1.
For Midland in the top of the second inning. No runs on one hit, one on
Left on base. We're up to 1.5 complete and remain tied 1-1. We're up for Team 518 in the bottom half of the second inning. Shaw on the Zach Shaw.
And back here at Ashland for the bottom of the second inning for Team 518, leading off the catcher, Zach Shaw. Takes the first pitch inside. Bottom of the second, tied at 1. Both teams scoring a run in the first inning. Midland threatening in the second inning, but nothing made of it. Just a bit inside. That'll even the count at 2. Ground ball to the first baseman. Turns, steps on first for the first out. It's going to bring up the center fielder, Greg Musk.
Center fielder, number 32, Greg Musk.
If Team 518 were happen to win this game, that would put them into the championship side of the bracket for tomorrow. And if Explorers win, then they've got a shot for that. Change up fouled. Fouled through his legs down first baseline. Just the start of the day. Hopefully we'll get a little bit more of a crowd here as the day goes on. Takes that pitch high and up. Evens the count at 2. Another foul ball. One out, bottom of the second. The 2-2 pitch. Change up. Stays alive. Fouls another one back. Good at bat here by Musk. Seeing all the pitches. Another foul. Nice at bat here. Right back up the middle. Nice at bat for Greg Musk. Working for a base hit. About an 8-pitch at bat.
Now batting the right fielder, number 11, Matt Dickey.
That's going to bring up the right fielder, Matt Dickey. The number 8 hitter in the lineup for Team 518. Swing and a miss. Change up again, gets the call. And gets third strike. That'll be the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Calder Rogie.
Now batting the shortstop, number 3, Calder Rogie.
There's 2 outs, runner on first. Rogie adjusting the box a little bit. I'm assuming the box is getting pretty powdery down there. Hitting the same spot. That is one thing was Dalla. He doesn't take long between pitches. So the inning moves along pretty good. Catcher just inching his way outside. Change up. Strike 3 to end the inning. For Team 518 in the bottom of the second, no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on. After 2 complete, we're tied at 1.
518, the bottom half of the second inning, no runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on. Harvey tied at 1. Midland Explorers, Space Station, Cornell, Picklebit.
Back to Ashland for the top of the 3rd inning. Good game here, 1-1. The Explorers will start with the number 9 hitter and then work to the top of the order. And leading off will be the right fielder, Adrian Spacek. Adrian walked, or excuse me, this is the number 9 hitter. There we go. Works up the count, 2-0. Valdez evens the count at 2. Each of the first 2 innings, the Explorers had their leadoff runner get on, and not this inning. Hard hit ball to the second baseman for the first out. Now that's going to bring up the center fielder, Jesse Cornell.
Back to the top of the order for the Midland Explorers. The center fielder, number 1, Jesse Cornell.
Cornell walked in the first inning, stole second, moved to third on a pass ball, and then scored on a sacrifice fly by Mata.
So say we've got six EV4 bats, okay? East and wrong. Let's just say now we're instead of minus threes, now we got to take all six.
Takes the change up there.
Make minus four. Minus five. They had minus five. Well, they do have minus eight, yeah. But now you're 6 and 7 or whatever. 4 and 6. Because now all those have to be approved. Every bat. Money probably drives that a little bit.
Evens the count at 1. He wouldn't talk on mic, but he's talking off mic. I lost my color man, Mike Van Dyne. He shifted from the microphone to the scoreboard. He said it was self-demotion, but the producer thought maybe our ratings weren't quite as good as they could have been. Cornell with a 2-2 count. 1 out. Valdez not liking any of the pitches that the catcher called. There he's got one. And it's fouled back. Works the count back to 3-2. Swing and a miss for the second out of the inning. So that's going to bring up the left fielder, Paul Miklovic.
Now batting the left fielder, number 7, Paul Miklovic.
Miklovic flew to center field in the first inning for a sac fly that brought in Cornell. Takes a change up in the dirt. Takes another one low. Well, we've got a little bit of each. We've got a few people sitting in enjoying the sun. Then we got another group down the first baseline enjoying the shade. In the gap, right field, Miklovic pretty quick. He's sending him to third. He's going to get there. Stand-up triple for Paul Miklovic. So with 2 outs, Explorers have a runner on third. That's going to bring up the number 3 hitter, Valen Mata.
Now batting the designated player, number 43, Valen Mata.
Mata struck out in the first inning. Takes a strike here. Valdez was cruising a little bit there, and with the runner on third, looks like he's picking up the speed here a little bit. Swing and a miss for strike two. One and two, runner on third base. Working that outside of the plate a little bit. Works it to a full count. Fly ball, center field. Drifts towards left field, makes the out for the third out of the inning. So for the Explorers in the top of the third, no runs, one hit, one man left on after 2.5. We're tied at 1.
For Midland in the top half of the third inning.
In the bottom half of the third inning, Gray O'Leary. Half of the third inning for team 518. Left fielder number 1, Dustin Rutt.
That brings us to the bottom of the third inning for Team 518. They're going to be at the top of the order with the left fielder, Dustin Rutt. Dustin walked and scored in the first inning. We're tied at 1, bottom of the third. Oh, first pitch. Not sure where it got him. He's walking it off. So one pitch, one base runner.
The first baseman, number 18, Gray
That's going to bring up the first baseman, Juan Grayolini. Grayolini grounded to the second baseman in the first inning. Change up low. Works the outside part of the plate. Hitting the mid, evens the count at 2. In the first inning, Rutt walked. Grayolini grounded to the second, which Rutt was able to beat the throw to second base. Steal attempt. Sherman was able to get a glove on it, so stolen base for Rutt. And after Rutt moved to the second base in the first inning, then Fred Ohiser came up with a base hit to score him. Changeup stays alive. Ball gets away. Rutt able to come into third base standing up. So ball 4. Team 518 runners at the corners. Nobody out. Explorers are going to huddle on the mound. Make sure they got their defensive signals that everybody's on board with. This brings up the third baseman, Fred Ohiser.
Number 8, Freddy Ohiser.
Ohiser had a base hit and RBI in the first inning. Change up. Line drive into the gap. Left center. Grayolani's rounding from third, coming home from first. Another RBI for Freddie Ohiser. 2-run score. It's going to make the score 3-1, Team 518. Runner at second, still nobody out. That's going to bring up the designated player, Cisco Sabate.
Designated player number 10, Cisco Sabate.
Sabate struck out in the first inning. Starts him off with a changeup. Freddie Ohiser, just what you want your number 3 hitter to do. Runners on base, you score them. Squares the bunt, pulls back. Blue calls it a strike. Sabate not quite sure about that. Drag bunt. They get him at first. Moves the runner up to third base. For the first out of the inning. So with Ohiser at third base, that's going to bring up the second baseman, Brock Rogie.
The second baseman, number 5, Brock Rogie.
Rogie grounded to short to end the first inning. Explorers bring the infield in. Center fielder's in, left fielder's in a little bit. Right fielder's about normal depth.
Trying to figure out how to go back and fix it.
Wasdala works ahead. 0-2. Nice squeeze by the catcher. Kept it in front. Yep.
What is it?
3-1.
Okay, I was trying to fix so. What is the count?
1-2.
Trying to fix the score.
1-2 count. Working the outside part of the plate. Nice take by Rogie. Another one in the dirt.
It's not changing.
Works the count to full. Inside out swing. Punches it into right field to score Oheiser from third base. That makes the score 4-1, Team 518.
Batting the catcher, number 54, Zach Shaw.
Fought that pitch off his inside. Right off the handle. Scooted through the right side. That's going to bring up the catcher, Zach Shaw. This inning all started with a hit by pitch, then a walk, pass ball. Rogie takes advantage of it. Moves into second base. One out. Team 518 has pieced together a decent inning. Foul back. Full count to Shaw. Fly ball, shallow center field. Center fielder comes in, out, makes the catch. Runner stays at second for the second out. That's going to bring up the center fielder, Greg Musk.
Now batting the center fielder, number 32, Greg Musk.
Musk had a base hit in the second inning. Guzdala up quick, 0-2. Runner at second, 2 outs. 1-2 count. Team 518 is taking the lead, 4-1. Ground ball. Oh, off the first baseman's mitt. Deflects it far enough that the runner at second is going to score. So base hit for Greg Musk. Tony Work just deflected it just enough to get away from the second baseman and squirt through. So that's going to bring up the right fielder, Matt Dickey. Team 518's put 4 runs on the board this inning. One really hard hit ball. The other one's so-so, but they're finding the holes, and they've been able to capitalize. Once again, Guzdala gets up quick, 0-2. Just a bit out. Guzdala's had a little trouble hitting the spots this inning. Dickey, after falling behind 0-2, works a walk. So that's going to put runners at first and second with 2 outs and bring up the shortstop, Calder Rogie.
Now batting the shortstop, number 3, Calder Rogie.
Rogie was caught looking in his first at bat. Evens the count at 2s. Change up, strike 3. Big inning for Team 518. They scored 4 runs on 3 hits, had 2 men left on after 3 complete. The score is Team 518 5, Midland 1.
Team 518, bottom half of the third inning, full numbers on 3 hits, 2 runners left on base. Score after 3 innings complete, Team 518, 5. Midland scored 1. Up for Midland, the top half of the fourth inning, Work, Horning, Sherman. Off the top half of the fourth inning for the Midland Explorers, first baseman number 18, Tony Ward.
Coming to bat, the third baseman, number 34, David Bush. Coming to bat, the second baseman, number 23, Jordan Sherman.
Top half of the fourth inning, no runs, no hits, no runners left on base. 3.5 complete, score remains, Team 518, 5, Midland 1. Coming back for Team 518 in the bottom half of the fourth inning, Rudd, Braille-Nini, Oheiser.
baseman, number 8. Ready to go, Heiser. Coming to bat, the designated player, number 10, Cisco Spate.
Four complete. 18-5, Midland 1.
The bottom half of the 4th inning. Complete, team 5-18-5. One. Well, top of the 5th inning for Midland Explorer Stats. Space It.
Back here at Ashland for the top of the 5th inning. Team 518 leading 5-1. And leading off here in the top half is the catcher, Ivan Sachs. Ivan grounded out to the shortstop first at bat. Valdez, other than the leadoff walk and giving up that first run, has been pretty solid. He gave up a triple in the third inning, but left that runner stranded. Grounded foul to the third baseman. Valdez has 4 strikeouts through 4 innings. Valdez comes in with a changeup. Sachs fouled that right into the dirt. Held up. The outfield, the corners are deep. The center fielder's playing in a little shallow. Swing and a miss. Valdez's 5th strikeout of the afternoon.
How about in the shortstop, number 27, Owen Lukens.
It's going to bring up the shortstop, Owen Lukens. He's 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Struck out his first time up. Valdez seems to be in a pretty good rhythm right now. Staying ahead of the hitters. Changeup. Called strike 3 for the second out of the inning. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Adrian Spacek.
Coming back, the right fielder,
Number 99, Adrian Spacek.
That takes Valdez's strikeouts up to 6. Swing and a miss. Spacek's the number 9 hitter for the Explorers. Explorers looking to get some kind of a rally going, get some base runners. Fly ball, fairly deep center field. Center fielder drifts underneath it, catches it for the third out. So for the Explorers in the top of the 5th inning, 3 up, 3 down. After 4.5 innings, Team 518, 5. The Midland Explorers, 1.
For Midland in the top of the
Fifth inning, no runs, no hits, no runners left on base. Score remains after 4.5 complete. Team 518, 5. Midland, 1. Go up in the bottom half of the fifth for Team 518, Roby, Shaw, 1. Bottom half of the remaining Team 518 is the second baseman, number 5, Brock Roby.
Back here for the bottom of the 5th inning. Leading off for Team 518 will be the second baseman, Brock Rogie. On deck is Zach Shaw. Team 518 is taking control of this game. The 3rd inning, scoring 4 runs. A hit batsman, a walk, a double, and a couple base hits. Guzdalo has had a fairly even afternoon except for the 3rd inning, where he went through 9 batters in the inning. They haven't really been excited about a few of the calls that have gone the other way. Base hit back up the middle for Rogie. That's his 2nd hit of the afternoon. That's going to bring up the catcher, Zach Shaw.
Not batting the catcher, number 54, Zach Shaw.
Shaw is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. A ground out and fly out. So 518 has the leadoff runner on. Both innings they've had the leadoff runner on, they've scored. Guzdala's worked ahead quite a few batters, 0 and 2, but they tend to bring an account back. Swing and a miss. With the changeup for the first out. It's like I said earlier, Guzdala does not waste much time between pitches.
Not batting the center fielder, number 32, Greg Musk.
That's going to bring up the center fielder, Greg Musk. Musk is 2 for 2 on the afternoon. Little number to the first baseman. Oh, yo. Little number to the first baseman. First baseman did not hustle back to first. And Musk hustling to first was able to beat.
Not batting the right fielder, number 11, Matt Dickey.
And we're looking at the replay. Yeah, that was a good call. Stopped by the catcher. Two on, one out. Bottom of the fifth. Even the count there with the changeup. The play at first base there is kind of one that kind of takes the wind out of your sails a little bit. An easy out turns into two runners. Matt Dickey, the right fielder, he is 0 for 1. Walked in the third inning. Works the count full. Swing and a miss for the second out. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Calder Rogie.
Coming to bat the shortstop, number 3, Calder Rogie.
He has struck out twice on the afternoon. Guazdala does have 7 strikeouts on the afternoon. But he also has 3 walks and 2 hits batsmen. Pop up to the infield for the third out. Team 518 in the bottom of the fifth. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left on after 5 complete. The score, Team 518 5, Midland 1.
Team 518 in the bottom half of the fifth inning, no runs on 2 hits, 2 runners left on. 5 innings complete. Our score remains Team 518 5. Midland has scored 1. We're up in the top half of the sixth inning for Midland. Thornell, Miklovic, Mata. We'd like to thank our sponsors for the 5th Ashland INVITATIONal Men's Basketball Softball Tournament this weekend. South Street Grill, Anytime Store and Mop, and Jones Rental. Thank you for your support.
Back here for the top of the 6th inning in the third game of the day. Team 518 up 5-1. Midland 6 outs to get something going here.
Leading off for the Midland
They've got the
Explorers
top of the order
sixth inning.
in Jesse Cornell, the center fielder.
Number 1, Jesse Cornell.
Jesse walked and scored in the first inning for Midland's only run. He had a stolen base, moved up on a pass ball, and scored on a sac fly. Takes that first pitch for a strike. Caught the outside part of the plate. Yeah. Valdez, after struggling for the first inning and some of the third inning, has pretty much been spot on here. Had a 6-pitch inning. Has struck out 6. Big swing and a miss. It's first out of the 6th inning. It's going to bring up the left fielder, Paul Mikliovic. I'm okay right now. Mikliovic is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Last time tripled. He was left stranded at third base. Midland's going to have to start to get some base runners here. Put a little pressure on. Fly ball, left fielder, lazy fly ball caught for the second out of the inning.
Now batting the designated player, number 43, Milan Mata.
So with 2 outs, that's going to bring up the designated player, Valen Mata. Once again, Valdez looks to be working through a fairly fast inning here. Mata is 0 for 2 on the afternoon with a strikeout and a fly to center field. Change up. Mata kind of just fighting it off. Line drive through the left side, right past the third baseman. Base hit for Mata. Went with the pitch, drove it through the left side. That'll bring up the first baseman, Tony Wark.
Now batting the first baseman, number 18, Tony Wark.
Wark has flown out to the center fielder twice on the afternoon. Takes up steers. High pitch. Blue says he held up on it. Takes the count to 2-0. held up again.
So she got hired through from Janelle. She's working for us now. She doesn't let Janelle come.
3-0.
It either goes one way or the other. But yeah, she. I've known her for. I've known her since.
And took that one off the foot.
Pitch running for Midland, number 33, Elliot Walker.
The Explorers
Not
have
bad.
brought in a
Third
pinch
baseman, number
runner
34, David McCormick.
for Valenmata, number 33, Elliot Walker. Coming to run at second base. That's going to bring up the third baseman, David Picorni. Picorni is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Valdez and Shaw meet. Runner on second base trying to get things straightened out here. First pitch drilled through the left side. Elliott's going to score standing up. So base hit, RBI for David Picorni. That cuts into the lead.
Coming to bat, the second baseman, number 23, Jordan Sherman.
Makes the score 5-2. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Jordan Sherman, who is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Yep. Runner on second base is the time when you start listening for trash cans beating and in the dugouts. Takes that one inside for a strike. So 1 run across in this inning. 2 outs. Went inside, went outside. The Explorers making him work a little bit this inning. Line drive down the right field line. Into the corner. 1 run's going to score. Here comes the second run. He's across safe. And just like that, we have a ball game. Two RBIs for Jordan Sherman. That's going to cut the lead to 5-4.
Now batting the catcher, number 9, Ivan Sachs.
So with 2 outs, the Explorers have rallied here. That's going to bring up the second baseman, or catcher Ivan Sachs. We got to have a little conference on the mound here. Jordan Sherman fought off that 0-2 pitch. Took it down the right field line. After a fairly quick conference from Cisco Sabate. Valdez is ready to throw here. Ivan Sachs, the batter. Takes the first pitch. Swings and misses. Makes the count 1-1. Explorers looking to even this thing up right here. Swing and a miss. Sachs is 0 for 2, struck out swinging last time. Up and out of the zone for strike 3. But in the inning, the Explorers get 3 runs on 3 hits. Leave 1 man left on. After 5.5, the score, team 518, 5, the Midland Explorers, 4.
The top of the 6th inning for the Midland Explorers. 3 runs on 3 hits.
That's 18-5. Midland Explorers 4. Team 518, Rudd, Briolini, and Elheiser.
Back here in Ashland for the bottom of the 6th inning, the Explorers exploded for 3 runs in the top of the 6th to cut the lead to 5-4. And they did that all with 2 outs. A base hit, a hit batsman, a base hit, and a double. Scored the 3 runs. John Guazdala still on the hill for the Explorers. That's going to bring us to the bottom of the 6th inning. And leading off is the left fielder, Dustin Rutt. Dustin is 0 for 1 on the afternoon, but he has 2 runs, walked, and was hit by a pitch. So productive for the leadoff hitter, scoring 2 runs. Change up. Guazdala has gone to that pitch quite a bit today. That's one of his main pitches. Another one, swing and a miss. Back on top in the count. That one he waited for. Put through the right side for a base hit.
plate, the first baseman, number 18, Juan Greolini.
So the leadoff runner on again. That's going to bring up the first baseman, Juan Greolini. Greolini is 0 for 1 on the afternoon. Walked and hit by a pitch. Scored 1 run. We're coming close to the 2-hour mark on this game. The games were spaced 2 hours apart. Tournament director Craig Scott did leave a 3-hour window to kind of leave a little buffer in there in case we get behind a little bit to put us back on track. After this game is Hill United versus Team 518. Then you have the Northeast Drillers versus Sandlot. And the Midland Explorers play the PA Storm to finish off the evening. Greolini works it to a full count. Bouncer down the third baseline, called foul. Team 518 try to answer in their half of the inning. Swing and a miss at the changeup for the first out of the inning. It's going to bring up the third baseman, Fetty Ohiser. Fetty got things working for the Team 518 with three RBIs in his first 2 at-bats with a single and a double. He's 2 for 3 on the afternoon. That was Guzdala's 8th strikeout of the afternoon. Ohiser down on the count, 0-2. Same pitch as last at bat. For a called third strike.
How batting the designated player, number 10, Cisco Sabate.
That's going to be 2 outs. It's going to bring up the designated player, Cisco Sabate. Sabate 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Fly ball. Shallow right fielder camps under it, catches it for the 3rd out. So for Team 518 in the bottom of the 6th, no runs, 1 hit, 1 man left on. We're going to the 7th. Team 518 5, the Midland Explorers 4.
Team 518 in the bottom half of the 6th inning, no runs on 1 hit, 1 runner left on base. Score after 6 innings complete, Team 518 5, Midland Explorers 4. To bat for Midland in the top of the 7th inning, Bookins, space in, Cornell.
Back here for the top of the 7th inning. Team 518 has a pitching change. Alex Bellegron will do the throwing here in the 7th inning. Up 1 run. The Explorers bringing the bottom of the order to the bottom of the top of the 7th inning. Leading off, the shortstop Owen Lukens drives one to right field, right at the right fielder. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Adrian Spacek.
Right fielder, number 99, Adrian Spacek.
Midland looking to ride the momentum for the last inning. They'll have to figure out Bellegron fairly quick. Gets on top again. 0-2. Spacek is 0 for 2 on the afternoon. Nice drop ball for strike 3. For the second out of the inning. Had a little down and out movement on that.
Number 1, Jesse Cornell.
That's going to take Midland to the top of the order with the center fielder, Jesse Cornell. He's walked, scored, and struck out twice on the afternoon. Explorers down to their last out. Gets the call. One and one. Cornell, the leadoff hitter, trying to get something started here in the 7th. Down 1. Little bouncer to the right side. They call him safe. Good hustle by Cornell. A tweener that the second baseman came up with.
Now batting the left fielder, number 7, Paul Miklovic.
Hustled down to first, slid in, called him safe. So Midland's still alive. It's going to bring up the number 2 hitter, the left fielder, Paul Miklovic. We'll see how aggressive Mr. Scott wants to be here. And there he goes. Foul ball. Heads up. Miklovic with good speed. Runner goes. Throw down, not in time. Now the Explorers have a runner in scoring position. Mikovic took that last pitch for the stolen base. Puts him in a little bit of a hole. Brings the count back even to 2-2. Fouls that one back. Stays alive. Midland with a chance here. Right fielder's playing fairly deep. Center and left are fairly shallow. Drives one over the center fielder's head. Off the fence. He's going to get another triple out of this. Ties the score up. Down 0-2. Fought back, got the pitch he wanted, drove it to the left center gap, and we're tied at 5. It's going to bring us to the designated player, Valen Mata, who was 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Base hit last time and scored. Going to have another conference on the mound. I think 518's maybe trying to decide how they maybe want to pitch to Mata.
That's right. Same kid.
Not batting for the Midland Explorers, the designated
And they do. They
player
put him on
43,
first.
Valen Mata, who was intentionally walked. That brings the first baseman, number 18, Tony Wark, to the plate.
So they put Mata at first. Brings up the first baseman, Tony Wark, who was 0 for 2, hit by a pitch last time and scored. Wark is the number 4 hitter in the lineup. Big cut on that first pitch. Two on, 2 outs. Tie score, top of the 7th inning. Fouls that one back. Midland has fought back from a 5-1 deficit to score 4 runs here in the last 2 innings. Takes that pitch up high. Lays off that for a 2-2 count. Both rallies, the last 2 innings, have started with 2 outs for the Explorers. Brings the count back to full count. Swing and a miss for the 3rd out. So for Midland in the top of the 7th, 1 run on 2 hits, 2 men left on. After 6.5, we have a tie score.
For the Midland Explorers in the top of the 7th inning.
1 run on 2 hits, 2 runs left on base. For 6.5 complete, the score's tied at 5. On the 7th inning, 8-5-0-8 will have Rogie, Shaw, and Musk into the plate. Out of the 7th inning for team 518, the second baseman number 5, Brock Rogie.
Back here for the bottom of the 7th inning, Midland has fought back and tied the score at 5. So in the bottom half of the 7th, team 518 will send up the second baseman, Brock Rogie. Rogie is 2 for 3 on the afternoon. In both of Midland's 6th and 7th inning, first 2 batters got out, and they were able to fight their way back. Gosdala threw that pitch. Might have stepped wrong there. Gosdala, after laboring through a long 3rd inning, has given up a few base runners in the last 3 innings, but has shut it down. Brings the count back to full. Rogie fights that one off. Rogie works a walk. So Team 518 gets the leadoff runner on.
Now batting the catcher, number 54.
That'll
Zach
bring up the
Shaw.
catcher, Zach Shaw. 0 for 3 on the afternoon. This will be the third straight inning that Team 518 has had the leadoff runner on, but not able to do anything with it. We'll see about this inning. Ball gets past the catcher. Rogie moves into second base. So that puts the winning run in scoring position. Nobody out. Lays down a nice bunt. Good pickup by Sherman. So the sacrifice moves the winning run into to third base
Now batting
with
the
one
center
out.
fielder, number 32, Greg Musk.
That leaves Greg Musk at the plate. The center fielder is 3 for 3 on the afternoon. Infield is in. And that's going to do it. Fly ball, center field, and it leaves the yard. Home run. Game-ending home run for
Game-ending home
for
run
Greg Musk.
For Greg Musk.
So for
Final
Team
score,
518 in the bottom of the 7th,
7.
2 runs on 1 hit, and that'll do it. Team 518 wins 7-5. We'll be back with you shortly.
going.